much. Hello. It is Monday, aka the start of a market week. We have Bryant Park from Friday to Sunday. A 3-day outdoor market. It's my first time doing this and I am a little apprehensive. I'm a little nervous. I don't know how it's gonna go, and I also still need to figure out how I'm gonna get to the market because I have a lot of stuff that I need to bring. They don't provide you a tent, so you have to bring your own and also buy your own. So I spent like $200 on a tent and it's heavy. Friday is a regular like work day for most people that work in like offices and such. Can't relate. It just means that the people that usually help me cannot because they are working. Basically, I just wanted to vlog and do what we did last time for Renegade, do a little bit of a prep vlog and also vlog while we're at the market as well. If you are a new subscriber from that Renegade vlog, hello, I am Sarah and I really do appreciate you joining along my small business journey. This market is expensive. For 3 days, it's $1,000, which it's a gamble for me. Like $1,000 for one weekend is a gamble. So I'm a little bit stressed. I'm like a little bit on edge about it, and I feel like I have like a tightness in my chest about this market. So anyway, I basically just wanted to vlog the experience so that I can look back on it, and also just so you guys can see if it's successful or not, and to take the gamble with me. You know what I mean? Take you along the journey. This morning, I want to make some more polymer clay magnets. At Renegade, I did end up selling out of the 10 cherry magnets that I made in the last vlog that you saw. I need to make more of them. This one's gonna be my little model version so I can see exactly like the size and everything that I want. I probably should be weighing the clay so that I know exactly what the weight is for each of the cherries, blah, 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 whatever. But I kind of like that they're all a little bit different sizes, whatever. It's handmade, you know what I mean? Handmade love. So this morning I wanted to see how many of these I could get done and bake those. I also only have a couple of my oranges left, so I wanna maybe try to make a couple of oranges, and we sold out of the lemons, so we need to make some lemons as well. The Last of Us comes out on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. and I don't think I have the bandwidth to watch that show at nighttime. On Monday mornings, I like to turn it on in the broad daylight and watch it. And I also just am so on edge when I watch the show, so I do like to do something while I'm watching it. So I think making polymer clay magnets while I watch it will be a good sort of like, I'm watching it but my brain isn't like fully focused on it, so then I won't have nightmares. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll stop rambling and we'll just get into making polymer clay magnets. so we finished making as many magnets as I had the energy for today. So we made, I think, 9 cherries and then 3 oranges. I am annoyed that I didn't make 10 cherries, but I used up all the red polymer clay that I had like out and already molded, I guess. So I didn't feel like opening a new packet and starting fresh, because then my mind would be like, let's keep going. Kind of just didn't want to spend the entire day making those magnets, so I stopped at 9. And then tomorrow maybe I'll go and make a few more of those. We have now moved on to putting the 4x6 prints with their paperboard backing and their cello bag. At a couple of my other markets, I've had people request my New York City greeting card as an art print, and so I just posted on my Instagram a poll to see if people think that I should keep it as Hello from NYC or change it to New York City. So I'm gonna wait to see what the people say about that. I guess I'm leaning a little bit towards New York City, because I guess like putting this up on your wall where it says Hello from NYC and you like don't live in New York City, it might be a little bit like so maybe I should change it to New York City, but we'll see what the people say. Also ended up ordering a different paperboard backing this time around for my art prints. I ordered a thinner one because the last ones that I've gotten were like pretty thick. I don't know, you can't really tell a difference in the camera, but this one is definitely much thinner. It's not thin enough where I feel like someone could really bend this in half easily. It's just there for support. You know what I mean? Like the paperboard backing isn't there to like do anything that groundbreaking except give it some support. So it doesn't need to be the thickest thing in the planet. And so that saved me some money on the supplies, and also just I think in general, them being a bit thinner will help with the weight when I'm packing things to take to markets, and also how much room it takes up, right? Because it's like a stack with the thicker ones is going to be a bit thicker than the ones with the thinner ones. So overall, I'm just trying to streamline as many things as possible, as I said in my last vlog. But yeah, thought I would just give you that midday update. I'm gonna get back to it. It is multiple hours later. I've changed into my PJs, washed my face, everything. But when I went out for my sanity walk of the day, I came home to a package and I thought we could open it together. These are some stickers. Whoa, came with 4 rolls. Basically, like I said earlier, I've been wanting to streamline or just like make things better in my business, and one of the things is that I feel like my branding isn't as in your face as it could be. You know what I'm saying? I got some branded stickers with my new logo on it. On the website, it basically was like you could order however many you want, but you get a discount on like the more that you buy. So I bought 1,000 of them because it wasn't actually that crazy expensive. I was like, you know what, let's do it. But I didn't realize it was gonna come with 5. It kind of makes it easier for me to bring 1 roll per market. I wanted to brand my shopping bag. I was toying with the idea of getting a stamp with my logo on it. Still might do that. I thought that we could try stickers first and give the bags a pop of color. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, how exciting. Oh my god, fun! It's such a small, tiny thing that I know is ultimately not gonna like really change the experience for people buying my stuff, but it just felt like I was missing something. And also now I can put it on my rigid mailer so that people know that it's coming from my business. Before, I like had a couple of branded stickers, but I never really used them for orders. But now I can be much more consistent with it, and people will know exactly what package it is when it arrives to them, like where it came from. So yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a great addition, and I'm really excited about those. We're gonna try them out this weekend for the market. Just thought I would show you that. How fun, how exciting. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of day 1 prep. I'll catch you guys tomorrow when we're gonna do some more prep. Hi, welcome to Tuesday. I just finished making some more polymer clay magnets. They're just in the oven baking now. And I thought that we could spend a minute taking some time to figure out if we need to print any more stock of certain designs. I did do that last week for my food design. So all of the stock for my different food cards, like the martini one and my have an excellent birthday, all of those ones are, I feel like, well stocked now. So I just want to do that for the rest of my different designs. This is the problem, guys. I have so many things that I want to do, and then I'm like, wow, I still have like 2 weeks to prep for this market, and now we have what? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have 3 days. and I still haven't done like the majority of the things that I wanted to do for this market. I always love to give myself no time to do the things that I want to do. It's procrastination at its best, really. But so I have had this idea since last week. Well, I'll give myself more credit. I've had this idea in the past, but I've just never done it before. I always like leave it too late, or I just don't know how I'm going to execute it. But I decided if I can for this market, I want to try to do some mystery bundles. I feel like it works really well for a lot of other businesses that sell like stickers and things like that. So I thought that maybe I could hop on that trend and just see if people like that idea. I don't know if Bryant Park is the best place to debut those, because I feel like it is more of a renegade craft sort of audience vibe to do a mystery bundle. Basically, I would fill this little paper bag with a few different items and I would sell it for $20. The estimated total value of the items inside the bag will be about $28, so you're gonna get like $8 off. I'm thinking we'll do one of my 4x6 prints, a greeting card. I think what I might do is, since I have so many card designs, I might break it down to maybe like 10 of the designs. It's not gonna just be like literally any design, because also I feel like not everybody's a fan of Charlie XCX, or not everybody's seen Twilight, which is criminal, but not everybody has. So I don't want to put in my pop culture greeting cards because I just feel like that's not going to hit a wider audience. So I think I might just do a small selection. I digress. We're going to do a 4x6 print with a greeting card, and then we're going to do 3 stickers. Again, none of my pop culture stickers. So then that way they don't know what they're gonna get. It's gonna be a free-for-all, really. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So I still have some things that I want to kind of figure out, and I feel like if I'm gonna do a mystery bundle, I should make sort of like a little sign that has what could possibly be in the mystery bundle. So that's something that I'm toying with right now. We'll see if I get to that. I'm quite literally surrounded by all of my art print supplies. I ordered so many of the paperboard backings and the cello bags just because it was easier to do it in bulk. It was going to be cheaper, but I have no more room on my shelves. this is where I had another crate of cards, so it quite literally is just like all on the floor. I need to find a better way to organize all of that. I'm gonna be moving in a couple of months, so I feel like that will be a good time for me to kind of do a big reorganization of all of my small business supplies, because right now it's too much. Like, it's just taking over this corner of my room, and I feel like there's definitely a better way for me to be able to reorganize that. So let's look forward to a moving vlog, an organization vlog. But for now, we'll just focus on stock of my cards to see how much we want to print of any of the designs. Right, so that crate that I just emptied is making me notice that I definitely have some things I need to print. I don't have any of my King George card from my bundle of Hamilton card set, so I need to print off some of those. As we talked about last vlog, these ones are just one-offs that once they sell, they're discontinued, because I've been hanging on to these designs for a little too long, so those are gonna be gone. I need to print more of these. I actually, for the last market, thought that I printed a bunch of these, but I don't think I was paying attention and went on autopilot, so I actually printed ones that I made for a custom card for a customer, which was, I hope you are the bridesmaid of my dream or something. So I need to actually print off the correct design that has the birthday is what dreams are made of, and I think them will be good on those. So a good place for me to start. I'm gonna start a printer queue for those, and then today I should be receiving an Amazon package for more top gel coat that I can glaze these up tomorrow. I actually might need to place an order for more of the magnets to put back there. But yeah, prep is feeling pretty decent. Like, I'm looking at that crate and I go, wow, there's actually not as many cards as I thought I needed to print. So hopefully it's the same for the other 2 crates that I have left to do this with. My friend Carmel, love Carmel. She is going to be helping me on Friday load in. That is a weight off my shoulders. I was getting really anxious about the fact that I didn't know how I was going to get to the market. So she's going to be helping me out on Friday, thank God. But yeah, I think today, since it's Tuesday, we still have a couple of days. Like, I'm starting to panic a little bit, but also I'm like, you know what? It's good. We're good. Like, we got the biggest thing out of the way, which was basically just making more of my magnets, because that takes the longest amount of time. I mean, glazing them also takes a minute as well, but at least they're actually like made. The weather is not looking great for the weekend. I'm currently seeing rain for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This weekend, if it rains all weekend, I feel like it's not gonna be a good one. We'll see together, because you're gonna be watching it now in the future for me, but present for you, so then I'll know how it went. But you know what I mean? I'm nervous in this current state. My timer just went off for my magnet, so I actually have to take those out and then we'll get printing. Magnets are out of the oven and I just wanted to show you really quick how I do it. So basically I put these in at 275 for about 25 minutes. For my Renegade one, I actually left them in for just a little bit too long, so some of the green on the leaves were a little bit darker around some of the edges. So they were technically like burnt, but they weren't to the point where like I couldn't sell them. Like they still looked fine, but I just am like now a bit more cautious about how long I leave them in for. I don't know what I'm doing. So don't take my word for exactly the truth, what you're supposed to do. I think the packaging says like 275 for 30 minutes, depending on the thickness of what you're making. So for the rest of them, they're pretty flat to the point where like the bow is also in line with the back of the magnets, and same with my cherries. But for my lemons, they're basically on top, the back of them, if that makes sense. So basically the bow on top, they become a bit droopy. So essentially to keep them like propped up, I'm bad at explaining, but I basically just take some tin foil, I add it behind the bow, so then that way they stay upright. I didn't do it for this one, as you can see, droopy. Like they're like kind of like pushed back a little bit. I can't push them forward. It's not like it's the end of the world, but just to make it a bit easier on myself, I put the tin foil behind it. Oh, I was gonna pose for a thumbnail, but they all, of course, they're not stuck down, so of course they fell forward. Anyway, I'm going to now put these in the pile with the rest of the magnets that I have not glazed. But look, we've got, I dropped one. That's okay. It's ceramic, it won't break. I have so many. Let's take them into my room. Okay, add them to the pile. So now we need to spend a good amount of time glazing these so that they can look nice and shiny like this guy right here. Time to print. Wednesday, and as you saw, I prepped some cards, went to the grocery store, and now I am trying to figure out the layout of my table. I wasn't gonna do this initially because I would feel like I know how to set up a 6-foot table, but I was like, well, I have an 8-foot by 8-foot tent. Maybe I should try to take advantage of like more space, have people walk into the space. But since Renegade, I've realized walking into a booth is not detrimental to your sales, but I think it does hurt them a little bit. Not as many people want to walk into a space. And this past weekend, I went and I scoped out the Bryant Park market, and a lot of people did just have one table at the very front of their booth so that people walking by could immediately see their stuff without walking in. I think it's gonna gonna be pretty decent. I'll show you the table. So everything is pretty much like half set up now because I didn't want to go through the whole setup process just to like break it all down 10 seconds later. I've only used this sticker display once before, and it does take up more space than those plastic ones that I used for Renegade, so that's why I haven't really used it that much, because it does take up a decent amount of space. Since I want to bring my 2 bookmark designs, I just wanted to make this table a little bit more like, not elevated, but just like there's a lot of stuff on the table. Does that make sense? I thought this could be a good idea to bring. So yeah, I'm thinking of making this sort of like my greeting cards section. I do like from Renegade how I had my wooden card display lifted up higher, so I think I'm going to continue to do that, and then that way I can put my crate of cards that people can rifle through in front of it without it blocking any of the bottom layer of cards. And then this one will be for my K-pop cards, because again, from Renegade I realized I can just fit them all into one smaller one rather than having 2 big crates, which saves a little bit of room. And then I'll have my spinning display here with more cards. Down here, if it's not too windy, I'll put some cards laying flat, my business cards. And then down here I'm gonna put my magnets. I think I'll be able to fit some more greeting cards laying flat here. And then yeah, art prints here, and then my bookmarks with all of the stickers. There is a lot of space in the front here, so I might push things a little bit forward, so then that way I can fit my cash box behind there and like snacks and stuff. This is kind of what I'm thinking for table setup. You know, day of, things might change obviously as well, but feeling good about this setup. And then actually also I think I would have room for mystery bundles if I end up like actually doing that. Just to be like super honest, transparent, I have been having a little bit of like a depressive episode the past like 2 weeks. I'm not gonna cry because people find it annoying when people cry on the internet. Not to get too doom and gloom, but I don't think I'll be talking to the camera much for the rest of the prepping for the market, just because I start crying. Yeah, just because I'm struggling a little bit. I'm pretty sure I have a hormonal imbalance, or that my birth control just like isn't working for me, because my mood swings. I'm up and I'm down, and when I'm down, you know what I mean? So I love being a woman. Anyway, I don't really have it in me to really put on a happy face for the camera, but I obviously still want to film the process of me doing this market. I can't believe tomorrow is my final like prep day until the market. It's also still looking like it's gonna rain all 3 days. So I have been rambling now and I just wanna not. So I will check in with you guys later. is the start of the Bryant Park market. I am all set up. Thank you so much to my friend Carmel for helping me. She truly was a lifesaver this morning. But yeah, we've had a couple of sales already, which is really exciting. I like my spot, I think. We have the Empire State Building like right behind me, which is kind of crazy. We're very New York today. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about setup. I'm feeling good about foot traffic. It is not raining. It's actually sunny out and it doesn't look like there's going to be rain on the forecast for today. So all of my finger crossing, my toe crossing, and my manifesting really helped me in this moment. But yeah, I'm just gonna eat my Trader Joe's blueberry muffin for breakfast and I'm feeling pretty good. The only thing we haven't done is put up all 4 sides of the tent. There's a mixture of setups along the board. The person next to me had their wall up against my booth, but then the person on the left of me doesn't have it up, so I kind of wanted some airflow, so that's why I've only put one of them up on the same wall that my right side booth table mate has done. Yeah, I think the airflow is nice. Having the greenery behind me is very nice, so I'm not going to put up that back wall. Yeah, and we also haven't put the weights like secured to each corner yet, but hiya. Hang on, sorry, just had a couple of customers. Hi. How are you? I'm vlogging. Oh, sorry. No, you're good. I was like, who's saying hi? So we need to secure the tent with these water weights. They're not all the way full, so they're not as heavy as they could be, but so maybe tomorrow morning I'll just go and get some more water to top them off because I'm nervous about overnight. But I don't think it's going to be too windy, so I think it should be okay. Just gonna secure these to each corner and then the booth is like completely set up. It definitely took a minute and I'm happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments below if I like did a good job with the space that I have. 3. Those 3? Yeah. Do you want to pay cash, card, or Venmo?
I have cash if that's okay.
Cash? Yeah, so it'll just be 15. And did you want a bag?
Yeah. I actually just rewatched High School Musical.
Thank you. Bye.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thanks. Yeah. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you. 3-hour check-in. Pretty slow. But it is a Friday, so like everybody's walking. But honestly, the weather being this nice is such a happy surprise. Like I was so scared it was going to be raining, and like I don't know if this is waterproof up there. So packed myself a sandwich and some Annie's cheddar bunnies. Some of these Unreal chocolate bits. They're like a healthy version of M&M's. Not that I was trying to be healthy, but it was what was at my grocery store. I have an apple, which is would have been better fresh. I did bring my fan. I'm glad that I did because I'm getting a little warm. It's not like super warm. The sun is coming into my booth just a little bit, which I'm not complaining about. Have this on hand on deck. But yeah, since foot traffic is like a little slow, I'm just gonna eat my lunch and see if anybody wants to stop it. A lot of people have been buying a 3-card bundle, which is like an easy $15 for me, so that's been nice that people are bundling instead of just getting 1 card, like one-offs. It's a higher price point per purchase right now, if that makes sense. Okay, we have less than an hour left and it's definitely been a pretty slow day. I mean, to be fair, everybody's walking, it's Friday, so it's mostly tourists who probably weren't expecting to spend any money today. But yeah, definitely much slower than I anticipated. But what I'm deciding is that maybe I can bring home some of my art prints because I printed a lot of stock just to have throughout the whole month and whatever. So I might bring home just like 1 or 2 of each design to take the load off when I'm loading out later, just based on how sales have been today. Nobody's really bought any art prints. I think like I've sold 1 or 2. I'll try to pack some of those. Oh nice, okay, I'll follow you back. Yeah. Honestly, I actually don't know how beneficial this is for me to do. Hiya. But in my brain, it's making it feel easier for myself on Sunday. So even though in actuality it may not actually really do that much, it's just helping my brain. I also was feeling a panic attack coming on about 10 minutes ago, so I decided that I needed to keep myself busy, and this is what I've chosen. Okay, so I know logistically taking home like 20 art prints isn't going to change the game on Sunday when I'm packing up, but something for me to do and keep myself occupied, so I'm gonna do that. Hello, good morning. It is Saturday and I am eating my breakfast to go. We're gonna go pick up some more gallon water bottles so I can fill up my weights a bit more, because yesterday when we filled them up, we only could fill them up like halfway. And I think tonight is supposed to be windier with a chance of like storming. So I definitely wanted to get more water just to like weigh them down. I'm wearing shorts today, so I haven't had my legs out like this since last summer, so I'm feeling a bit exposed. Ready for day 2? We made it. Oh my god. It is so humid and muggy out today. I don't know why I brought my denim jacket. It said it was 61 degrees, but it feels like 85. So I'm really sweaty right now. But I was able to get a couple of gallon water bottles. I'm gonna fill them up there. It's just these little guys that are supposed to like hold down the tent for weight. I might just like shut it up the table, reset it, and then go and grab myself. I have this water bottle, but I might go grab myself another one and maybe like a little snack for later. I didn't bring a sandwich or anything today. I just brought a bunch of snacks, so maybe I'll try to go to Pret and get a sandwich for later, something. I'm not really hungry. I feel like on market days I don't eat much because I'm a little all over the place. So if you've made it this far in the vlog, thank you. I know I've been a roller coaster of emotions in this vlog, so I'm trying to really show you the real true experience. So oh my god, it's really hot in here, but everything's still standing. Like everything looks how I left it, so pretty good. Midday checkpoint, like as in mid throughout the day, not noon. My sister stopped by with her fiance and his parents, and then my friend Avery has stopped by, another friend stopped by, so it's been a lot of people coming to stop by, which makes me feel very loved, and I really appreciate when people come and stop by and like make the time go by a bit quicker, so that's been really nice. It's been so windy the past like 5 minutes. My sign flew off into somebody's hand, so that was a little aggressive. Hiya! So the wind got a little crazy. I had to take the cards that I had lying flat on the table off just for now because they were flying everywhere. So it's coming in waves, the wind. So it makes me a little nervous for tonight. If it's gonna be really windy, I hope my tent doesn't fly away. Should be okay. But also they're doing this like influencer program where you could sign up to give away a free item to these influencers if you wanted to. Hiya. And 7 of them have stopped by. I've just been giving them a greeting card, so hopefully they spread the word on their social medias and that helps with driving traffic to my shop. But we'll see. 7 cards given out, so I need 7 posts. It is 5:30 p.m. We have an hour and a half left and I am fading. It's slow. This market for me I don't think is worth it. I don't think I want to do it again. I knew it was a gamble coming into it, so it's good to test it out, good to know, good to feel out what works for me, what doesn't, but yeah, I just don't think that this is the market for me. So I am feeling a little defeated and disappointed, but overall I'm not like as upset as I think I thought I would have been if I was as slow as I've been right now. It has been quite nice to sit in Bryant Park and like spend time outside though. Like it's been a bit hot and warm, but overall when there's like a nice breeze, it's my perfect temperature when the breeze is happening. It has been really windy. I think I talked about that in the last clip, and it picks up every now and then and I get really nervous about my booth, but everything seems to be intact so far. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for dinner. I definitely need a shower tonight. Hiya.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you? Thank you.
You make all of these?
Yeah, I draw them and then I print, cut, and fold everything. $5.25. Do you want to pay cash or card?
Card is?
Do you want a bag?
Yes, please. Do you have a smaller one?
Yeah, I have a small one. Okay, so $27. $122 after tax. Perfect, you're all set.
Awesome. And then I'll.
Good morning. Oh my god, I am so tired. And I feel like my allergies have been really bad this morning. I woke up with my eyes a bit puffy and a headache, so I think it's just all the pollen that's been floating around the market. I am so tired, so happy for it to be day 3. It is a bit cooler today, which is nice. Yeah, I'm just ready for this day to be over. I'm gonna go get a bagel and then we're gonna head over to the market. We made it last day, bagel in hand. It did rain overnight. It doesn't look like anything, like any of my products got wet, but there is like a puddle right there. And then my table, it looked like it was really windy. The tablecloth is a little messed up, but nothing seems to have gotten wet, which is good. I'm very glad that today is the last day as well, because it looks like it's forecasted to rain for all of early of next week. I feel like I'm losing my voice as well. But I thought while we're here, you know, it's 9:42. We have an hour and 20 minutes till technically open, although some booths come and open like early, so they get an extra hour. But yeah, I thought I would start eating my bagel and we could kind of do a last minute quick recap of the weekend, and then I'll probably just film some like montage-y clips of the rest of the day. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. I know I'm very chatty in these vlogs. I also hope that it felt different enough from my Renegade vlog. The prep is pretty much the same, but the actual market itself is obviously different. This market I don't want to do again. For the cost of the market, it's $1,000 for the weekend, which is the most I've ever spent for just like a regular market. And then you also had to buy a very specific tent for the market that was compatible with the branded canopy that they also have you buy or rent. So there's just a lot of costs that add up for this market. The Uber here was like 70 bucks, and then on the way back it's probably going to be about 70 bucks. $70 there on one day and $70 back, that's like 140 bucks added to the cost of the weekend. And then when you just think about my labor, like all of the prep work I did for the market, all of my stock for the market, it's just not worth it for me. I haven't even reached the $1,000 for the table yet. This is a good location in the sense that there's a lot of people around, right? Like foot traffic, busy, but nobody's really coming here expecting to buy. Renegade, you know, they go and they're like, I'm here for craft market people. Like, I want to spend money at small businesses, whereas this is like tourists are just like coming to Bryant Park to see Bryant Park, or like people on their lunch break are just sitting down reading and eating. No one's really coming to spend money. While people have here been spending more money than at a craft market, so on average people are buying my 3-card pack bundle, which is $15. It's not at a high enough rate for it to pay off for me. So yeah, that's just a little recap. I don't know if this is a market that's worth it for my business. I think if you have a business that has higher price point items so that you can reach that table fee quicker, it would be a good one for you. I think jewelry makers are doing really well here, and the people that are selling like only New York City related things, like just New York City paintings and art prints and whatever, they're doing really well. And I only have that one greeting card. I also didn't end up finishing the art print version of it because, as we know, I had a hard week, so I didn't have the energy to finish that. But yeah, that's just going to be my quick little recap of the weekend. Not worth it for me, and that's okay. Not all markets can be a win. I'm seeing this as a marketing opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, there are people here that would never have known about my business if I wasn't here. So I've been giving everybody a business card. Some people said they're gonna shop online later. So at the end of the day, like, I've lost money, sure, but it's still good to like have my face and my name out there. That's all I have to say. Disappointing, but not the end of the world. I hope you guys have liked this video. Thank you so much for almost 700 subscribers. What the heck? I can't believe that. 700 subscribers, like me talking to 700 of you. Hey! Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. It really does help me grow, and that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry if I've been a bit of a Debbie Downer this vlog, but gotta keep it real. It's not easy being a small business owner. I will catch you guys in the next one. The next few clips will just be a montage of the rest of the day, so I won't speak at the camera anymore, and you're probably like, thank God. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. around me was just